Android development is really notorious for changing relatively fast, and stuff is getting deprecated all the time, so much that it turned into some kind of meme, Android and deprecation, because we always learn stuff and then it's deprecated a bit later. It's not actually that
Oh
bad
man.
as people make it, but how is it in web development? It feels like web development has a bit more longevity when it comes to these tools. Maybe that's not the case at all. Do you feel like in web development stuff is changing very fast and you have to relearn all the time? Or can you actually work with the stuff you have learned years ago? I guess the basics like HTML and stuff like that stay pretty similar. But when it comes to these other frameworks and tools you have to use, do you feel like web development is a fast changing field, or does it feel relatively stable?
I think it had a ton of change back when the JavaScript frameworks were first kind of coming out. And it was like Angular and React and then Vue. This is quite a while ago now. I don't remember what year they actually came out, but I mean, so just to preface, like I don't really do a ton of JavaScript stuff, and that's where I think most of the changes are happening. Just with like React, and there's like I don't know Next.js, and then now there's Svelte, which is like a new framework, and you know this it does seem like there's a lot of change, but at the same time, I think there's still basics, and like I think that you can still learn, JavaScript. Vanilla JavaScript is still very important to learn, and then on top of that, you can sort of choose whatever framework you want, like React or whatever, and then whatever things on top of that. So I think that it does feel like there's a lot of new stuff popping up all the time, but you can always kind of stick with the things that seem to be most popular, which is kind of what I do. Like, I don't personally try to learn everything that's on the cutting edge. So, for example, in CSS, there's a lot of changes coming up right now that aren't, they're just kind of getting added to the specifications of CSS. So, like CSS container queries and different, like, new, like, at rules and media query type stuff. And I haven't really gone into them too much just because they're not really widely available. But I think it's great, if you do want to learn that. I think some people enjoy being on the cutting edge, but I think it's definitely possible to not be on the cutting edge and still be okay, as long as you learn the things that have been already sort of more mainstreamed and stuff.